Hi, beautiful. So welcome to your angel messages and a reading for April the 7th through till the 14th. I'm Rachel Scoltock, angel medium, and I'm using the Guardian Angel Tarot deck today. They're really beautiful. Sorry, knocked my crystal over. And the message that I got strongest just before I turned on the camera is that we're to watch out for the influences of ego this week. Now, we've always got to be aware of ego, but it could be that the current energies and everything that's going on in the world is really feeding the ego, which is, of course, your fear mind. And so the ego can be trying to sabotage you, or it could be the ego of others. So being aware of what that looks like. Sometimes you can feel as if, am I on the right track? Is this really what I want? Is this really what I need to be doing? And so you're hearing your guidance, but you're questioning it and you're thinking, you're doubting it, you're second guessing it. And that's a sign that it's ego, especially if it's something that you want, that you know that's going to make your life better, or that you've been asking for, praying for, and visualizing. So I see this a lot. I'm doing a lot of discovery calls at the moment for my Angel Communication Program. People who want to join the program, they want to chat first. And something that comes up a lot is that I really want to do this. I feel like this is my life purpose. I feel like starting a spiritual business, being a healer, learning to read the cards. I feel like I'm gifted, but I'm afraid that that's my ego, not my intuition. And, so you can see how the ego is causing them to second guess, is undermining that intuitive guidance that's coming forward. And so how do we know the difference between ego and true guidance? Well, one of the signs is that your true guidance repeats, and it's a passion, it's something you're excited about or you're happy about, or it's a move that you know is going to make your life better. You want it and it's consistent with what you want, but your ego creates doubt, second guessing, imposter syndrome. Who am I to be able to do this? It lowers you, it puts you down, and it makes you feel not trusting of yourself and what you really want. And that's how you know it's ego. So ego might be coming from someone else, naysaying, oh, do you really think you should do that? Do you really think that's worthwhile? Or they make you feel less than yourself. That's ego. And it comes to sabotage your purpose, your dreams, your goals. And everybody that's ever achieved anything decent, like that's successful, or is doing something that's a passion project, has had the impact of ego, imposter syndrome, doubt, second guessing, naysayers, haters, fear coming up in disguise. And sometimes it'll disguise itself. It's like it comes in a hat and a fake mustache to trick you into thinking that it's not your ego, that it's scamming you, it's tricking you, and it's trying to make you take you off your path. That's what you're going to be aware of this week. That's one of the things that came up. Now let's pull. I already pulled the cards, and I'm going to start with this first card that came up, which I absolutely love for this week. This gives us the theme of the week, how the angels want us to think, what they want us to think about. So here we've got these beautiful pillars behind this person. So if you can imagine the person in the card as you, the angel is standing behind, protecting, and then there's all of these important projects, things that are important to you. Maybe it's your family, maybe it's your health, maybe it's the business that you're building, or your career, or your finances, whatever it is. These are important things to you. And the message is protect. Not just protecting yourself, but protecting and not giving up on what is important to you. So some of these things can be things that you've worked hard on, you've built over time, and you've got to make decisions that protect and uplift those areas of your life. Stay prepared. So this is not a time for you to go have shiny object syndrome and go, oh, I'm going to give all that up and I'm going to go running off and chasing this new thing that is irrelevant just because I'm bored. This is more of a case of protecting what's important to you, what you've worked hard on, what you're building, not squandering, not letting someone else or an ego come in and tell you that it's not worthwhile. The more that you pour your energy, light, love, and protection into what's important to you, the more it's going to grow. So you might be able to see on these pillars that are behind her, we've got these roses growing like plants growing and sprouting, and she's holding a rose as well. So that's saying that what you're building is worthwhile. So maybe you've got a business idea or a book or a project, and you've been questioning yourself and thinking, is it worth it? Remember what I said about ego before? The angels were speaking through me to you. Don't give up. Protect it. You sometimes are going to be your greatest protector. Don't worry, your angels are there. Archangel Michael's there. You know, sometimes Archangel Michael will say to a client through me, or has said to me before, we can't protect something if you're not protecting it yourself. So, you know, if you're not looking after something, if you're not paying attention to your intuition, if you're not nurturing something like your health, for instance, and then you're asking the angels to do it, then you're sort of undoing their good work. So they're helping, but you have to be your own greatest protector. And that's for your heart, your health, your love, all of the things, energetically, physically, psychically, materially, and in all ways. Be prepared. Look after what you want. There's something amazing coming. Don't give up before the miracle occurs. I asked what the block was this week, and we got the moon. Now, that doesn't mean the moon is the block, but the energy of the moon card is all about illusion, delusion, fantasy, made up stories. Now, the worst way that we get illusion and we sabotage ourselves with illusions is that we have imaginary problems. We worry about things. And worry is a bit like rust on your car, like it corrodes something good, right? But sometimes, most of the time, we worry about things that are unnecessary. They're not going to come to fruition, but we're wasting that beautiful mental psychic energy that we have to create our lives on something negative. Worry is a negative prayer. If you worry about someone, you're kind of cementing them into a negative state of mind, right? If you're going, oh, I'm so worried about you, you're kind of limiting that person. I'd much rather you prayed for me than worry about me. So here, don't let nightmares, even daytime nightmares, you know, which is worry, sabotage you. Don't let imaginary conditions come into your mind. That could be illusions of fear. It could be someone telling you lies about something. It could be fears. So it's look out for the illusions. I love the acronym for fear, FEAR, false evidence appearing real, right? So often the things that we think about in our mind that we think of as fears are not real. It's just our ego projecting imaginary horrors upon us. So you've got to learn the difference between what we really need to be concerned about and take action on and what is an imaginary fear. Now, sometimes people will try to pressure us with imaginary fears, don't they? They tell us, you know, this is all going to go wrong. This is going to happen to you if you don't do this. That's how they sell us insurance. But that aside, your intuition is working. It's working to protect you. Your angels are with you. They'll warn you if there's something up. But you need to be careful of using your mental energy to focus on fear, illusion, fantasy, made up stories, things that aren't real. So under the full moon, sometimes shadows can jump out at us and we can think they're scary monsters, but they're not. They're just shadows, right? But also under the full moon, everything is magnified. So the good and the bad. So here this week, the angels are putting a spotlight on the things that are important to you. If you're here, you've shown up for this reading, you need to hear this. You're being shown what you need to be shown, what needs to be seen. So keep your eyes and ears open. And if you're distracted by fantasy or problems that don't concern you or drama, sometimes we get hooked into drama like an addiction, right? We get a hit from drama. That's why those drama shows on Netflix are so addictive, because we get an adrenaline hit, but it's a false energy. It doesn't really give us anything. It's why you can feel like when you've watched a few episodes of certain reality shows, you feel like you need a good cleanse. I need to sage myself after watching that. Is because it's not giving you good energy. It's giving you a hit of something you don't need. So make sure you're not getting distracted by that stuff, because your intuition and your angels are calling you to look at what's important. There are things you need to see that are going to help you to move your life forward, like a spotlight. Archangel Uriel is a good one to call on when you want to see, you want to be shown the truth of a situation, or you just go, do I need to see, angels? Show me. My eyes are open. I'm no longer trying to deflect the truth. I want to see the truth. So this is all possible this week. The block is illusion, delusion, drama, and fear. So don't let those things, it's like a bad car salesman shouting at you like, no, I don't want to hear it. Okay, what's the guidance, angels, this week? Well, look at this. Here is this beautiful soul. No longer you're protecting everything. You're not giving up on what's important to you. You're not letting anyone come in and sabotage it or talk you out of it, including your own ego. So you need to rest and recharge. We've been riding some big waves lately from the ascension, the shifts that we're going through, transformation on planet Earth. It's like creating big waves on the ocean, isn't it? We're seeing the headlines, and that can really affect you psychically, mentally. It can knock you off balance. So again, a lot of that is illusion. A lot of that is drama. Unhook and come into peace. If you notice the figure in the card, which is you, is now wearing a peace symbol on there. Peace, protect your peace is the most important thing to you, because if you're not at peace, you can't manifest and create and do what you came here to do as a soul in a physical body. If you notice, this person's laying on a mat which has got swords, Archangel Michael's swords on it. It's the 4 of air. So the swords are showing you that there are cords that need to be cut that are going to create more peace for you. Now, I have an event this week, as it happens, Archangel Michael attunement to cut cords and release the past. So we're going to do a deep clearing and healing and releasing of the weight of anything that's draining you, pulling you down, psychic attack, cords, entities, anything that's in your energy that is not for you, that's affecting you, that's stopping you from being able to move forward and feel peace. And this is the time for you then to recuperate your energy. You've been drained. That energy's been pouring out of you like a leaky bucket. And the angels want you to have your energy so that you can do this and protect and build on what you've already created or what is coming for you. There's great success and happiness coming here. It's abundance. And you don't need to be plugged into the external, which says to you, you can't have that. Now is not a good time. That's what we're hearing from the external. You've got to be plugged into what's the divine telling me. It's divine timing. So recuperating your energy, being ready for those divine downloads, meditating. If you're a meditator, you can listen to one of my guided meditations. This is a good time to do a chakra clearing. This is a good time for you to give yourself Reiki or go and have a Reiki session where you can just completely receive. This is about letting yourself receive the positive energy of the universe and to cut those cords so that the bucket stops leaking, right? Really important. And what's the outcome, angels? Well, this first card came out and I just had to laugh, really. This is this figure. Now, the angels are saying you can do it by yourself, right? You don't need someone to come and rescue you. You don't need a superman or woman. You don't need a savior as such, because the power is within you. And that's something we all have to learn. But there are times when we need helpful people. I'm not saying you can't have a partner or your family don't matter. I'm not saying that at all. We need community. We need love. But when it comes to what's important to you, what you're building, it looks like here that someone is coming in to help you. This could be an expert. So maybe you're thinking, okay, I don't know how to get my book published or my art out there. It's someone who's got that expertise, but they've not just got expertise, they have got the will, the drive, and the open heart and intention to actually help you. They're not just in it for them. They're looking to help. So this is like an angel on earth. Now, of course, it could be your angels, and your angels never leave your side, and you can invoke more angels. But this is someone who is inspirational, charismatic, imaginative, expert, wise, kind, that's going to help you take your blossom. Do you remember the little flowers that were growing in the first card, and turn it into that? something better than you could have imagined. So this could be, you could be reading a book that's giving you the information. It could be a coach, a mentor, it could be an accountant or a financial advisor, or it could be a teacher, or anyone that is aligned with your vision and what it is that you're wanting to create, manifest, and who is going to step in and say, I can help. I can help. Now, the angels are showing that this person is highly valuable. So you're not to think, what's the word? This isn't something to dismiss. It's like, don't look a gift horse in the mouth, right? Like you don't be suspicious, don't be sort of resentful. Just if there's someone available to you, you need to engage with them. You need that wisdom. You need it. So don't be suspicious or kind of putting barriers up. So I asked for an extra card for this one, and the angels gave us the star, which is my favorite card in the deck. One, because it's the card of Aquarius, and I'm an Aquarius. But also the star is all about faith that things are going to work out, belief. It's really positive. And I don't know if you know much about me, but I'm a positive person. I've worked hard to be this person. It's something that's always been inside of me, but it's not always been easy. But I am a full believer in what we are is what we manifest. And so we can't afford to be carrying resentment, jealousy, anger, resistance, hatred inside of us. Of course, we get angry sometimes, right? There's people being mistreated. It shows us the direction we want to go in or how we want to help, but we don't dwell there. That's not where we live. So believe in yourself. You have to be, and a lot of people don't realize this. You're waiting for someone to come and save you. You're waiting for someone to tell you you're good enough. You're waiting for someone to validate your idea. And I will help you with that because I want you to rise. But you don't need that, because what the biggest lesson is having it for yourself, because when you back yourself, everything starts to move forward for you. I promise you, that's happened for me. So having enough faith and belief in yourself means you are worthy. You realize, I'm worthy of saying no to what does not serve me. I am worthy of putting good boundaries in. I am worthy of the vision that I want to manifest. I'm worthy to receive it. I'm worthy to receive healing. I am worthy of a world that is full of peace and love and equality. Those things are, when you recognize your own self-worth and you believe in yourself, you start to find it easier to say no and to say yes. And so here the angels are saying, we believe in you. We're lifting up your self-belief. Have faith that what is coming is better than you could have imagined. And you just need to recognize the power within yourself. Believe in your dreams. Don't give up on them. Don't question them. And know that what you want, you can have. Don't water it down by saying, oh, well, the economy, or, oh, well, in this area. It's very easy to do. I've done it before, right? I remember looking for a house years ago when I had 2 dogs. They were elderly dogs. And I couldn't find a house that would let me have dogs for rent. And I realized that was a belief. So I started to change my beliefs and said, I easily and effortlessly find a house that allows me to have dogs on where I want to live, next to the water, that I can afford. And when I started to say that affirmation, it took the smallest amount of time. I checked the website, and there was a house on the street I wanted to live on, with a fenced garden, and the owner was a dog lover and let me live there for a couple of years before I decided to move on. But our beliefs have an effect on the universe, and people don't believe that. And that's what keeps them stuck. They think this is the reason I can't have what I want. It's what you believe. So you can change your reality just by having an uplifted, positive belief system. So here the angels are showing you how to do that. And this empathic person, this high value person, is coming in who's going to help you to get where you want to go. They don't have to be masculine. This is a king card, but it's not necessarily masculine. It might be an empowered woman, but it's someone who's kind and who wants you to succeed. It's not just about them. It's about you as well. All right. Thank you so much for being here. Please let me know in the comments how the reading resonated for you. Remember to click follow or subscribe so that you get more of these. And don't forget that I've got the Archangel Michael cord cutting attunement this Friday, the 11th of April. It's on Zoom for 90 minutes. If you can't make it live, it will be lifetime access to the replay. And we also separate the guided healing meditation part of it, which is a whole experience of the angels, for you to be able to download, and you can plug it in your ear so you can revisit that healing whenever you need a cord cutting. So we do that for these sessions because we know that you love the guided healing so much. And Angel Communication Practitioner is I'm receiving and booking discovery calls. If you are interested in that program, you want to know how it's going to help you, if it fits for you, please get in touch, because those will run out. Like, I've only got so much time between now and when the call starts. So you can book in for your discovery call, or look at the link in the caption or the comments for either of those events. I'm sending you so much love, and I'll see you for the card pick at the end of the week, but please have a great week. Angel blessings.